to do teaching in an extraordinary manner and make lessons and learning effective through participation and fun. On behalf of the faculty, I thank the management for organizing this innovative, intriguing and very useful session, Teachers to Transformers, presented by SUPERBHUMANS, conducted by Dr. Sachin Coach with a doctorate in experiential training. He is a certified WBT whole brain teaching instructor and an internationally certified trainer. Extraordinary people don't do extraordinary things. They do ordinary things in an extraordinary manner. This program has taught us many techniques to do teaching in an extraordinary manner and make lessons and learning effective through participation and fun. I feel privileged to speak a few words about the various techniques of WBT whole brain teaching developed by Chris Biffle and interestingly introduced by Dr. Sachin in this forum. The Class S technique. This technique is used to get the attention of the students. Shall we do this technique, teachers? When I say class, you have to say S in the same tone, and when I say S, you have to say class in the same tone. This is just to get the attention of the students. Class, S, class, yes. Thank you. There is another technique called clap and don't clap. I'll be using this technique later. Please be alert. When I say clap, you must not clap. And when I say don't clap, you have to clap. These are all brain switches that ons the brain and makes the student ready for instruction. Teach OK enables the teacher to engage 5 aspects of the student's brain in contrast to the lecture method, which utilizes only 2 aspects, that is listening and memory creation. After a brief teaching session by the teacher, the students are divided into groups of 2 and made to rehearse the topics between themselves. This helps the topic to be transferred from the short-term memory in the brain to the long-term memory, where it will be stored for a long period of time. So after the class is over, the children rehearse the same concept again and again and become thorough with all the concepts. And also, when the teacher finds a student being a passive listener, they have to adopt the switch technique, which makes the speaker the listener and vice versa, so that all students are trained in listening and speaking. The classroom rules for the students results in orderly behavior from the students. Certain commonly teaching mistakes done by the teachers, such as losing temper in the class, confronting the rebellious and challenging students in the class before their peers, thereby reducing their self-esteem, coming to class without adequate preparation, etc., makes the teacher's job much harder and should be completely avoided. The scoreboard is the fastest, cheapest and most entertaining motivational technique which affects the limbic system, which is the emotional center of the brain. Teams can be formed with groups of students as the other groups of students, or all students as one team and the teacher as the other team. Care should be taken to avoid negative marks, no negative marking. To enliven the class, a mighty oh yeah. Please, you can all say, when there is a correct answer, what do we say? Oh yeah. For the correct answer, and a mighty groan. How do you groan when you say a wrong answer? Oh. For the wrong answer can be introduced. hands and eyes is an important technique that can be implemented to create instant silence, eliminate all distractions, and gain the full attention of the students. When we say hands and eyes, the students have to drop all items in their hands and keep their hands under their chin like this and look straight into the eyes of the teacher so that any concept that is told to the students enters straight into their mind. This helps the teacher to get complete concentration from the student, but a word of caution: it should not be used very often, might be once in a period. As we adopt all these techniques to create an effective classroom atmosphere, we must also implement experiential learning where students experience and experiment the lessons to be learned. The class should not be monotonous but give choice to avoid boredom. The Pygmalion effect says, higher the expectation, higher the performance. Two experimenters, Jacobson and Rosenthal, picked up 5 children from each school at random and told the teachers to give them special care and attention because they had been identified as high achievers, though it was not the case. These 5 children were just picked up at random. They were not high achievers. The children were given special treatment, special attention, and special care. In a sample size of 10,000 students, it was found that all the selected students, when tested after 8 months, did extremely well and topped the class, though they were not high achievers. Before the test started, before the Pygmalion effect, higher the expectation, higher the performance. This is based on a Greek mythology story where a sculptor created a beautiful statue, and the statue was so beautiful, he loved the statue so much, so he kept on admiring and adoring the statue. He kept on praising the statue. Finally, it's only a mythology, a story, but finally the story goes that the statue came to life. So you can even create life in a statue by the motivational words that you speak. To sum up this program, Teach OK technique can be adopted at the time of revision to familiarize all the students with the concepts and the answers. Scoreboard technique can also be used effectively to make the entire class thorough with all the objectives and one-word answers. The Pygmalion effect should be implemented by all teachers at all levels to help all students reach great heights by giving them special care, attention, and confidence. I wish to conclude by saying a big A to Dr. Sachin. Shall we all say that? A to Dr. Sachin Coach and his team for introducing so many teaching techniques in such an interesting manner. Teachers, I hope you remember the concepts clap and don't clap technique. Shall we all clap for Dr. Sachin? Good. Shall we all do don't clap for Dr. Sachin? Don't clap, don't clap, don't clap. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Sachin and I am a life coach. I use games. Activities and exercises. teach young champions valuable life skills and study skills which help them become number one in studies and number one in life.